The Philadelphia Eagles are back. And after that game against the Washington Commanders, they are looking like a Super Bowl repeat is on the horizon, and I am ready for it. Welcome to the Nick Abari Show, where I talk about football, I talk about previews, my Philadelphia Eagles, I give you post-game and breaking news as it happens, and if you like any of that, if that sounds like fun, make sure you click on that subscribe button and also hit the bell notification icon so every single time I put out a new video or share any content, you'll be the first to know. Now let's get to it, because I am excited, because in my last video, and I was getting some flack in the comment. In my last video, I said, beating the Raiders, beating the Las Vegas Raiders was a good win. But you should beat opponents that you're far better than. That's what you should do. That's what any good team should do. And we're just not a good team. We're the defending Super Bowl champions. A win was a win, but it was against the Raiders with their backup quarterback that used to be our backup quarterback. I was not wowed. I was not impressed. But this game versus the Washington Commanders, I was impressed. This is the performance that I wanted. Because for me, it wasn't the win against the Raiders. It was how we won. In what fashion? How did we perform? And I just thought we took advantage of a good situation, which is great. But I just really didn't see that whole team chemistry, that offense clicking, that balance of running and throwing, receivers like eating and looking happy, that whole team, just like energy. I didn't feel that. Against the Commanders, I definitely felt that. I was jumping out of my seats. I was shouting at the TV, with kind words, of course. That's what I want to see. That game versus the Commanders made me see that the Eagles can take things to the next level. And guess what? It was in good time too, because our next opponent is probably the best opponent we're playing out of all these games that we have left. We're playing against the Bills. And I love that we're now starting to click. We're now starting to hit gear. Everything seems to be gelling, And that's what I wanted to see. Because the way that the team plays, the way that a team plays, whether they win or lose, says a lot about the character and potential of a team. And today, with the performance that we saw, I now see that this Eagles team have figured things out. Perhaps all those play calls that weren't clicking before is starting to make a little bit more sense. I am now seeing that Jalen Hurts is now starting to perhaps get into the groove of this new play calling, this new offensive play calling book that they have. It just seems that something was clicking in this game and something looked a lot different than the previous games that we've played. It seems like it's just making sense. The sense, the feeling, the emotions that I get from it is that this team is ready and is getting ready for the playoffs. That's what you want at this point of the season. You want to be hitting gear at this point of the season. You want to have figured out things that have been going wrong at this point of the season. You got me excited, Eagles. You got me believing. You got me feeling. You got me feeling like we can beat any opponent. Not quite like last season, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Just to recap, the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Washington Commanders 29-18. And for me, this was one of our best games of this season. Jalen Hurts threw for 185 yards, had a 73% completion, 2 touchdowns. A.J. Brown had 9 receptions for 95 yards, 95 receiving yards. Devontae Smith had 6 receptions for 42 yards and 1 touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 132 rushing yards. 48 yards was the longest run and 1 touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 3 receptions, 32 yards, and 1 touchdown. This is what I was talking about when I was saying we need to have a balance in the offense and the defense. The balance in the running game and the throwing game. Saquon Barkley, 132 yards. 132 yards. Jalen Hurts only had to throw 185 yards. I didn't say how many times he had to throw. But that to me is the balance. We got our tight end in the game as well. Our 2 receivers were well fed. That's the balance I'm talking about. And then let's talk about defensively. Cooper DeJean, interception. My guy. That kid is going places. He's going places. Jordan Davis. I feel like kind of like the unsung hero of this defense. We know he's there. We appreciate that he's there. But we just don't talk about how spectacular he is. And he's a really funny guy. I've been watching some of those social media clips from the Eagles team. That guy's a funny guy. He's likable. He's intelligent. He's intelligent as heck. But Jordan Davis, 2 tackles for a loss. Brandon Graham and Byron Young both had sacks. This is what you want to see because you don't want to peak. You don't want to peak before the postseason. You want to have had some tribulations. You want to have some things that your team was going through, perhaps, the whole organization. And we've had that this season. People have been questioning, is Nick Sirianni the guy? After coming off of winning the Super Bowl, people have been questioning if Jalen Hurts is the guy. People have been questioning A.J. Brown, questioning Saquon Barkley, and I love that. I've been questioning too. I'm going to be honest with you. But the difference between me and those people that are questioning is because I know what I got. Never once did I say, we can do or we will be better without these players. Never once. I know their worth. I know their work. But I just want them to perform. I just want them to put some distractions aside and focus on football days, Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, and those unfortunate Saturdays. Just throws off the whole schedule. But never once did I not believe in this team. Jake Elliott had 2 missed field goal opportunities. 2. And people are like, well, should we think about trading Jake Elliott? Like, we need to cut him today. Like, a lot of these players or a lot of these people, a lot of these fans saying all this nonsense are Eagles fans. And you know what? I'm not going to tell you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm sure you already do. I'm sure you already do. Jake Elliott? Listen, man, I'm all about how we perform in the postseason. As long as through the regular season, we can get ourselves in the playoffs, I'm worried about how we perform in the playoffs. That's my focus. Because that's when everything is on the line. That's when you're supposed to show who you really are. Jake Elliott, I got your back. I got your back. This team got your back. Every Eagles player, we got your back. Because this is the time to make mistakes. This is the time to not get it right. This is the time to still work on those little things. This is the time. It's all practice until the playoffs. And you know what? I think what is most important about this game, there's two things actually. One is hilarious because our win in this game cemented that the Dallas Cowboys were out of the playoffs, were out of contention and done for the season. I'm not going to sit here and gloat because I don't think there's no reason to kick a Jerry Jones down when he's already down. And he's been down for some years now. So I'm not going to sit here and gloat because I want good karma to come to my team. So I'm just going to, those were just stats. Those were just facts. Just going to say that and just move on. But the second thing out of this game that I really appreciated, that really made me realize that we're back. We scored 7 points in the first quarter. Okay. 0 points in the second quarter. Not great. 7 points in the third quarter. But I've been saying from time and time, we have not been able to close out games. The fourth quarter, we scored 15 points. That is the close. We didn't blow them out of the water, but that was the close. That was well coached, well managed. That's how you close out a game. Closing out a game has just been one of our probably biggest things that we've needed to address. And we've done that in this game. This is exactly the time to be hitting all these strides. The right time to be hitting all these strides. And this is how you want to perform as a Super Bowl contender. You need to hit form in the right time and not peak early. And I think the Eagles are turning things around at the right time. And these two more games are going to be telling of that. Because I expect momentum to not go here, but to go here. Up, 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 up. And I'm just excited, man. I'm really excited. Brandon Graham, he's got it. He's still got it. I think he could play another season. There's a lot of things to be excited about, excited for, excited with, excited at with this Eagles team. A lot of things. And I'm here for all of them. But this is why that I think this Philadelphia Eagles team is a Super Bowl contender and looking to repeat. Looking to repeat. But guys, I want to know what you think. What are your thoughts? Do you think that the Eagles still have a lot of things that they need to fix? Are there some things that you are still worried about with this Eagles team that you think is not going to get us there? There being the Super Bowl. Let me know in the comments below. And Eagles fans that are just doubting the team, bro, one team, one voice, one chance. Back your team. This is not the time. We back your team. Back your team. That's all I got to say to you. Back your team. Support. We need it. We need it right now because things are getting serious out here. We need it. And you know what? I appreciate you watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and also hit the bell notification icon. But thank you for watching the Nick Show, and I'll see you in the next one.